Hey Twitch, how you doing? We're live. Day number 2. This is exciting stuff. We're going to start a new project from scratch, and it's probably going to be a good, who knows, week's worth of work. Could be a week's worth of work. I might even have the director coming in next week. But I'm going to show you from scratch how I'm going to set up my project and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, not sure if anyone's watching there. Say good day if you are. Either way, I'm going to continue and I'm going to explain what I'm doing because I know that people will see this after the fact as well. So yeah, here we go. We're going to, first of all, there's one thing I'd love to show you guys. So I've got a project that I'm working on. It is a pilot for a web series called Filth. And let me get you onto the screen here. So basically, when most editors will send you just a H.264 version of the video just because it's small file size and all that sort of stuff. So at the moment, I've actually already done a convert, but there is a plugin or a set of apps, and it's free. This is called ER Media Toolkit. Comes in a few different apps. So there's one for ProRes, there's one for DNX HD, there's one for DNX HR. And so basically let me just whip it open. So what do we got? So I'll go ProRes because that's the one I used. So you'll see here, it's basically just a simple app. You can select whatever settings you want. So if you want DNX HR, there's one for that. And you can just basically put in your bit rate and what you want to convert it to, and you just convert, and it just does it simply. And I do that for every video because Pro Tools itself isn't great at playing through H.264 files. It gets all glitchy, depending on your computer, obviously, but it doesn't like the compressed version of the file. So that's a great plugin, and it's free. You can obviously donate, which I'd always recommend is great to support the creators of things like that, which is sweet. So Pro Tools, we're going to create a new project. As I say, we're doing this fully from scratch. So we're going to call this Filth. We're going to call it 5.1 and 2.0 mix. I'm going to chuck that. So I'm working off an SSD, which will be a little bit quicker here. And all those settings look good. Last used, which is fine. Okay, so we're going to create this. Now, I should have gone create from template. What I'll do is I can just go import session data. And I have within my audio post folder, noisy post template. And I'm just going to import all this into my project. Obviously, this will take a while. So this is off my template. So this is a 5.1 and stereo template. I'll have heaps of tracks in here, and depending on the project, most of them won't be used, but it's easy to hide things rather than having to set up tracks. I can give you a quick scan over what we've got. So we've obviously got dialogue channels, ADR, obviously they're inactive at the moment. We got FUTS channels, which they're just buses, so we can send. So FUTS is where you send dialogue and you treat it so it's like maybe from a phone or from a TV. I've got some reverbs, which we depending on the project we may need heaps, or we depending on the budget and the time we might not have time to go through all that sort of stuff. I've got PFX, which is production effects, so that's basically any sound that was recorded, any effects that was recorded on location. We got effects, which are mono, so they could be anything, door slams, gunshots, whatever. We've got an LFE sweetener, which is just some low frequency stuff that I might send through when I've got an explosion. We've got stereo effects, we've got Foley, and we've got ambiences. We've got mono, so if we need to fill out some dialogue channels or anything like that. Then we've got stereo front and back, so this is 5.1 front and back. Ambiences, so if we want to really surround people, Then we've got some effects reverbs. I've called this, it's MX lock, which is location. So I'm using that so any music that's playing on, say, a radio or on the TV or anything like that, that'll be coming through those channels. We can obviously make more if we need them. MX is inactive, but that will be the score. Normally I'll start with just stereo, just a bounce from the composer, but depends how they give it to me. Normally the finished product from a composer would be the stems, and I'll have probably either stereo or 5.1 channels, and depending on the cues, I might have 30 channels from them. Or I've got an up mixer which I use for music sometimes. I also have stereo, and I can also go surround effects. I don't use a 5.1 reverb most of the time. I'll use two versions of the same plugin, a stereo plugin, because we only really need quad. Like, you don't need to fill the center channel because you really want that left for your dialogue. And I will just basically, so you've got two reverbs. One has a longer pre-delay, and depending on your taste, I kind of like the idea that it has a shorter decay so that the reverb finishes in front, not behind you. But yeah, so we can send the reverbs there. So if you'll notice, it's just the same reverb send going to both, but obviously you're treating it differently, so they are different there. We've got some VCAs. I'm not sure if you guys will know what VCAs are, but basically it's like a master fader that controls a bunch of faders. So we've obviously got dialogue, ADR, reverb for dialogue, effects, Foley, ambience, effects, reverb, your music, and then all together. So it basically, see that will control all of them, or you can just control the music. So it's just good because you can do broad brush strokes of your mix, and then obviously you can go into each individual fader and change things accordingly. Then we've got our master buses, which is DX bus, FX bus, MX bus, and the M&E, which is music and effects. So a lot of deliverables will be that they want the music and effects separate to the dialogue. So if they want to just take that and then re-record dialogue over the top in other languages, they can do that. So that's all just basically stemmed together. I've got some effects, mostly just sort of a hard limit at the end just to stop anything from clipping. I've got a separate LFE send. I just find rather than using the LFE here, it's easier just to make a send like you've got reverbs, and just send it to that LFE. And I've got stuff like low air, which low air gives you extra harmonic distortion in the low end. So it's great for effects and stuff. If you want to send a big rumbly effect, it just adds even more rumble at the bottom, all the delicious harmonic distortion there. Nice distortion, obviously, harmonics. Then we've got your master 5.1, and these masters here, these the 5.1 masters, down mixed to just stereo, just a LORO, which is just none of the trickery of doing the 5.1 decoding. It's just a standard stereo mix, which is great for web and all that sort of stuff. And then, so I've got all the exact same stems there. And I also have just a web version here, which basically I've boosted it slightly, put the smallest amount of compression on it just to, basically the export will be similar to the main master, but it is just a little bit boosted for web. So if someone wants to just put on YouTube or whatever, it means if people watch it on their phone, they get a bit more boost out of the volume. So if it's quite a dynamic mix, that'll just slightly crush it and just give it a bit more juice. We have tone, which if your editor's good, they will give you 2 pop at the start and the end of their film for sync purposes, and we'll use that. And if they don't set one up, we'll set one up and send them the details of that. But that basically just sends through to all the stems. And then we have RX monitor. So Isotope is a must-have for anyone doing post-production. There are multiple versions of it. I've splurged and I've got the full version because, to be honest, I think it's worth it for all the extra plugins and modules and things you get for cleaning up dialogue and all that sort of stuff. It's really great. So basically this bus is, excuse me, the monitor. So when I send files to iZotope to do the treatment, if I play it back, it'll play through Pro Tools, and that would just basically get sent straight to my 5.1 master, which I will also have to, I just realized I'm going to have to send that to you guys because you're getting the stereo bounce down, which I don't listen to in here. It'll be under outputs. Actually, what I'll do, I've got an audition channel that I've set up for you guys. So that sends to me and to you. So now we'll be able to hear that together. So that's just, sends back from the plugin itself or the app itself. One thing you will notice or not is some of these master channels here, they've got a ghosted out solo button. Basically, the trick is if you hold, let me work this out. Yep, so if you hold Command, where'd happen to my keystrokes? Very strange. It was working beautifully yesterday. There we go. So if you hold Command and you press solo, oh, you disappeared already. That's annoying. I apologize. That was working great yesterday. Okay. Oh, it doesn't like, sorry, when I'm pressing Command and then clicking, it doesn't work. Okay. So I'll have to tell you, it doesn't like mouse clicks. That's all right. So what we will do is we will go, so if you press Command and click, it'll do a ghosted one. If you want to, you can select multiple. And if you select multiple, you just press Shift, Option, and then Command and press it. And so that'll do the selected. So basically Option is do to all, but if you have Shift involved, it's do to selected. So we go Shift, Option, Command, and then you click your mouse and that'll ghost it. So basically it's solo safe. So it means if I'm playing something through a music channel and I solo that, it will automatically have soloed all the grayed out ones as well so that you can still hear it through the buses. And so the good thing with having your RX soloed, so if I've soloed a channel to listen to something, I'm like, oh, that needs to be cleaned up. I'll send that to iZotope, do the cleaning, and then I'll be playing through iZotope. And if I still had that channel soloed, I wouldn't be able to hear it, the RX monitor. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. If not, write in the chat, send me an email, and we can talk more about that in the future. So anyway, that's my project. Probably went on about that a bit too much, but that's fine. So basically what we do next is we will add in our video. So I'm going to do most things by keyboard and mouse. I've obviously got the faders for mixing and stuff, but I want to keep things simple for you guys because, you know, you may not have these controllers and I want you to be able to learn how to do certain things, whether it's shortcuts or whatever. So, yep. So anyway, we've got, this is the one I converted. It's good to import the audio because then you can actually check sync. So we'll go new track and let's go spot. What we're going to do, so spot means you can put in the time code. So once it imports, what we'll do is we'll set our video to 1 hour on time code. So see how we go 1 hour here. So 1 hour at time code, we want to import our audio. So that'll import it into our audio folder. That'll have to convert to. So the idea is that you have a 2-pop at like 59, 58 seconds, 59, 59 seconds, and then the production starts at 1 hour. That's reasonably standard, but it depends who you work with. I've yet to open up the AAF that the editors sent me. So if they haven't done that, I will do it for them. It really doesn't make a huge difference to them, but it's just a good practice to have, because then the time codes sync from the edit to the sound. And what's going on here? This may happen at times. I'm running a trash can and it does all right on some days, but others maybe not so much. And to be honest, I've not done a lot of testing with this live streaming, so we may get issues. Here we go. Yay, there we go. Okay, so if we have a look, we'll bump those to the top. Zooming out there, here we go. So there's our film. One thing I love to do is, so we'll have a bounce of this whole thing. So what I love to do is make a selection and it'll be a bounce. And so by using memory locations, I can just quickly pull up the bounce of the whole thing and just bounce it out. But at the moment, it'd be great to have a starting point. So we'll put a starting marker. So you just press enter on the numpad. We're going to call this just start of pictures, fine, or whatever start. It's going to be a marker. We're going to put 101 because, to be honest, we're not going to ever type that in. I will want to save 1 as the bounce. So we're going to put that in. We're going to do a tab. It'll tab to the end. We're going to put in another marker and we're going to put end, just so we have a clear marker from start to end. And we will call that 102 is fine. There we go. So what they haven't done is given us a 2-pop. Well, actually, sorry. How do we even know? We got to import their project. All right, so we're going to select this selection here. We're going to go File, and I'm going to import session data. So this is a great way to pull up. Let's go is hard drive. Now we have 2 AAFs. Let's assume that we're going to stick with the first one. Cool. So we're going to open Filth. And we don't need the video channel. We've obviously just imported the video. We don't have a lot of tracks, but hopefully they've kept it reasonably well organized. We're going to copy from source media because we want it to go into our own audio folder for this project. I'm going to take a guess that they haven't done it to 1 hour. So what we're going to do is do that 1 hour there. So what it's going to do is, if let's just say they made the project at 0 hours, it's going to bump everything to 1 hour for me. If they have done it, we'll just have to correct it later, but that's all good. Let's not import clip gain or import volume automation, because why not? We'll just get a clean slate. Import, no, that's fine, cool. And so we're going to import it. Now what's probably going to happen, because what's happened with the AAF is the audio files are separate to, oh no, they did do it, good on them. Brilliant. That's okay. So what we'll do is go renders are missing. It doesn't matter. Let's not worry about a report. So what I did there was Control Option Command up. Basically just brings everything into the smallest zoom. So you can go Control Option up and down will zoom them up and down. But if you're all zoomed out, if you press Control Option Command up, then it just brings everything in together. What we're going to do is we're just going to get a selection at 2 hours. We're going to select all their channels. I'm going to just go spot here, and we're going to move everything back to 1 hour. There we go. Now they'll be organized beautifully. So it's best at this point to do a check. So the other thing is, for your project, it's great to have grid selected. you're going to be using time code, grid, one frame, and I would even suggest to do your nudge. Could be half frames if you want, or full frame, but it just means that you can put your sound effects and things bang on frames and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so we got some sort of sync issue. Let's just assume that it's something to do with the export, and we'll just check it later, make sure we're all good here. We can fix the sync later if we think it's out. To be honest, it also, like, once they sync it back to their video on their end, we should be all right. But let's just see how that goes. So we can mute their channel and just have a listen through if we want. Just make sure that they're coming through, something you can hear. Let's go DX bus. So they're going through our dialogue channel at the moment.
While I do like to admit this little reunion is getting my dick nice and hard, I just have one little question. Why in the fuck is there a half-dead bogan and a job?
Okay, so there is going to be some language. I have previewed this earlier, but I forgot about that, so apologise. That's strange. Doesn't like the aspect ratio. What I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly re-export this video. And we're going to go proxy again, which is fine. We're going to go 1080 and letterbox. That'll just basically stop. Pro Tools is a bit weird like that. If you import videos that the aspect ratio is not correct, it can play about a bit. So this way it'll just be a 920 by 1080 with some black bars. That's fine. So I will do that. That might take, it says 25 minutes, so that sucks. But let's just let that go. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do a lot because it's going to tax my computer. Hopefully that won't ruin the stream at the same time.
Little reunion is getting my dick nice and hard. I just have one little question. Why in the fuck is there a half-dead bogan and a giant dildo on my driveway?
You're dogging us for...
Cool. So next job is an exciting one. It is going through the whole production and putting things into our own channels. Basically, we want to get a boom, put it in channel 1. If there is any lapels, I like to keep them character specific, so each track is its own character. Sometimes I'll have leads in the first couple, and then the others I'll just, if there's someone who's only got a couple lines or is only in for one scene, I'll put them all on a similar channel. Most of the time, a lot of the time, so I'm not sure if you guys are running Pro Tools Ultimate or not, but you can do clip effects, which is a great way to just quickly EQ a channel, a clip, and it just means that you can do the adjustments you need on that one clip. I'll show you some other tips. There's some guys who have been mixing a long time and they use automation, so they'll have a clip, they'll have an EQ on the channel itself, and they'll do automation for that specific clip, and they'll render in automation. To be honest, when I'm doing dialogue editing and I'm doing all that with the mouse, I find it's just quicker to do it on the clip effects. But the other alternative is, it's not a great thing. If you guys don't have this, it'll be destructive. But what I tend to do is, once I've put everything in my right channels, I will do a duplicate of the playlist. So I'll duplicate the playlist, which basically just gives me a new channel with the playlist underneath, and I'll get a new set of files, and I'll just do my dialogue cleanup. If you want to do any processing on the clip itself, you can do it on that playlist. And then you always have the original underneath there in that playlist. So if you ever want to come back and fix something, you've EQ'd it too hard or anything like that, you could do it that way. It's not a great solution. I might do a separate video on how to do it the same way that the other guys do with automation, but we'll see how we go. I'll maybe spend some time showing you that a bit later. Oh, Dave O'Reilly. Hey mate, how you doing? Sorry, I didn't notice you there. I unfortunately have my window over here, so I don't see if anyone's watching, but that's all right. I digress. Hey mate, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have someone watching. It's nice not to be talking to myself completely. Hope you're well, mate. So I'm just going to wait. We've got that video exporting. It's about halfway through. That's all good. So what we're going to do, I'm going to assume that this stuff's mostly just boom audio.
Getting my dick nice and hard. I just have one little question. Why in the fuck is there a half-dead bogan and a...
So I'm going to put all my boom just straight into the boom channel down here at DX. So if there's lapels, I'm going to then start putting them in other channels, but let's just stick with the one channel.
You're
keep it
dogging us
simple.
for her again. Again. You're on the cusp of manhood.
Okay, whoa. We have some mono tracks of music. That's going to be sweet. So we might have to talk to the director about getting those, or we'll have to relicense something. So it looks like there is some ADR that they've recorded, so we might have to do some serious work on that. What have we
You're
got here?
dogging us for her again. Again. You're on the cusp of manhood. It's your 18th.
Yeah.
You just finished school.
Okay, this is going to be great. So what we've got here, we've got some MX channels. This is a pretty slow way of doing it. I did set up on my iPad, which I need to go back and do. I did set up some shortcuts, which are great because they would just copy and paste the audio and send it to the right channel. So what you can do is you go Shift Command F and you can search for, no, that's not the one. What is it? Track. Scroll to track. So scroll to track. What do we got there? Scroll to track. So Option Command, and if you go MX, you can find your MX channel there, and we can paste it in there. So we've pasted it down to that channel. That's a quicker way of doing it. So we've got two ADR here. So we're actually going to activate some of our ADR channels. Let's activate those. I think it's best just to keep them separate because you don't want to confuse them. You know you're going to have to spend a bit more time on them. So let's go, what do we do? ADR. Maybe I've called it something else. What do I call it? B-Foot, how are you, mate? It's been a long time. Thanks, mate. It's good to be on Twitch. I've been doing some gaming with some mates on Twitch, so I thought it was a good idea to try something new and stream this on Twitch, but who knows? Let's see if over time we get some viewers. I got Tim calling. All right. Oh, he's going to have to wait. We'll worry about that a bit later. I'm just renaming these channels just because they were named from an old project. There we go. So now we've got our second ADR here. I'm not even going to listen back to it at the moment. Let's just get them in the right channels. So ADR, let's go. It's DX ADR 2. And we're going to paste. There we go. What are you doing with yourself at the moment, Dave? Or B-Foot, as you are online. Okay, so what we're doing...
You're dogging us.
Cool, there we go. So we got our video. That's finished. So we're just going to replace this video. So we're going to go import video. We've got our new one that's got letterboxing. We're just going to go main track. Don't worry about importing audio because it's going to be the same audio. Go selection because that's what we've selected. And we're going to go remove existing video. That's keeps it clean. There you go.
Again. Again.
There you go. It looks a bit squashed, but we're all good. That's fine. It'll do for now. All right.
See, that's the difference between me and you, Jacob. I actually have morals.
Man, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
It means you wouldn't know loyalty if it hit you in the face.
There you go. So we're back to boom now. You can hear the difference.
Bullshit.
Bit of background noise, bit of reverb.
Is that why you do the dirties on your missus every week without fail? Because it's bullshit, is
I do
it?
the dirties on
Aren't we all, mate? Just working, living, nothing too exciting. Well, I say that, but this is pretty fun doing something different.
Bullshit, is
I do
it?
the dirties on my fucking missus is because I'm loyal to the boys. It's something you wouldn't fucking know about.
You're right, I wouldn't know anything about that. That's extremely gay. I like getting my dick wet. That's what I'm...
Jeez. All right. It's called Filth for a reason, guys. So obviously we've got heaps of different sources here, or different gains. So an easy way to do clip gain is shift control, and you can either press up and down, but I'm using my scroll wheel, so you're not going to see it. You might see the numbers there moving, but basically one of the quickest ways to keep things reasonably level is just doing some quick clip gain while you're playing with your clips. So we can just keep going through all this, and then we can come back and do a second pass where we actually start doing all the editing. If they give us multiple channels, so if they give us like a lapel and a boom at the same time, then I would suggest picking which one you like the most and muting the clip of the other one, so that when you come back, you're not going through and listening again. There's no point going through the whole project and listening to it twice. Been working the same place since 2005. Mate, I was in a similar situation. I had a job doing media for the Salvation Army for 13 years, and I finally bit the bullet and gone out on my own, which no regrets here. Loving it. Happy in the space that I've got. It's great. So we also have some music clips here. It's the same as the one before. We're just going to copy and paste that to make it stereo, even though it's technically mono. And we're going to move that down to MX channel. There we go. Technically, I should be putting that in the music channel here. And I'm going to do that, actually. Let's do that. Make, because this is make active. This is actually part of the score or the music rather than in production. That's all right. Don't worry about that. Cool. So we're just going to keep listening through.
We can still be friends.
Whoa.
We can still be friends.
I'm going to mute that channel so that we don't get double ups when we do that. Okay, so it seems like we are getting...
We can still be friends.
It's left and right, but I
We
think
can still be friends.
it's the same stuff. So we're just getting double ups.
Are you fucking serious? I tarnished my reputation for you.
Seems like they've added some noise in there. We're not going to keep any of that. So let's just go paste this in. In fact, it's not a bad idea to A/B stuff if you have to. So it's a new scene and we're going to A/B it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make DX. Sometimes it's good to label it just to give you a good understanding of what's what. There we go. Boom 2. There we go. So those two are going to be our boom channels, and then we'll put lapels and other things, which it looks like we're not going to get any. I've already copied those music channels over, so we're going to keep listening. Whoa. Damn. Sorry, guys. Blowing everyone's ears out. I'm just going to... You know what? We're going to assume that our music's coming through these channels. Let's mute it for now because we don't even need to hear it.
I'm sorry.
There's some great editing here going on with the audio. We're going to have to work pretty hard to clean this up.
I ate that lasagna as a fucking courtesy.
Are you done?
No, I'm not fucking done.
Just selling the channels, but it's all a bit hot. What I'm going to do is just grab the whole lot. We're going to just clip gain it all down just a smidge. Because really, we can boost it back up. It's not destructive.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I ate that lasagna as a fucking courtesy.
Are you done?
No, I'm not fucking done.
I'm going to mute all these channels as well, in fact. We don't need to re-listen to them once we've chucked them in our
I'm
channels. So
You're really not helping your case here.
Look,
there we go.
just be honest with me. Is there somebody else? Is that what all this is about?
So this dialogue's a bit quieter, so let's just give it a boost down in
Are
our
you
dialogue
sure?
channel. Just bring it back up to 0 where it
Yeah.
was before.
Look into my eyes and promise me.
Okay, let's just assume that that's all good. We've got to power through this thing. We don't have a lot of time, so stuff like that. So we've got obviously talking and reactions, stuff like that. We're going to call that PFX. So that's going to be in our, what do we got? PFX1 channel. We're going to hide this stuff. We don't need it for now. Hide these channels. And we're going to keep going through. Just means we'll most probably replace that sound, but depending on time, we might not. But we'll keep that in our PFX channel just so we know where it is.
She was just so much taller.
The good thing is for that is like down the line, if we need to send someone just the effects or the dialogue, if we give the audio to the editor to do a trailer or something, those sound effects will be in the effects channel while they're cutting rather than being in the dialogue channel. Just helps them out. Thanks for joining us, Dave. It's lovely to have you. Mate, it's good. Thanks for the support. I really do appreciate it. It's nice to have a couple of people on my first big stream. It's exciting. Are you at work, B-Foot? Are you doing a dodgy and watching when you shouldn't be? I hope so. No, I don't condone inappropriate work behaviours. I think if you're getting paid by someone, you should be doing the work. I.e., I pay myself, so I should be doing the work.
She was just so much taller than you as well. Like, it was really awkward to, like, it was like you were like a toddler next to her or something. I don't know. It was like...
Let me know if you got any audio issues, guys, if you can't hear anything.
Dude, you have to see this.
There's some noisy audio here, so we're going to have to work pretty hard. This is going to be another music clip, so we're going to put that in MX1, paste that, doesn't matter, and we're going to go back to, what are we calling that? Audio. There we go. Okay, so we're putting all this into the boom audio. Looks like they've added
Alright,
some...
this is another Ed Sheeran video. He's a one-hit wonder.
Yep, so they're adding some noise in there for us, but we're not going to keep any of that. We can always get it back later if we want to. So it's all good. Love it, Dave. B-Foot. Got to call you by your screen name. Don't want to give everyone away your identity. That'd be devastating. Let's see what this clip is here. I'm going to assume they don't have license for this stuff yet, but let's not worry about that. We're going to chuck it in. I'm going to quickly listen to their audio because I'm interested. Whoa. Sorry, guys. I'm going to drop that audio down too. What do we got here? This might be a crowd then. Yeah, okay. That's disgusting. We're going to replace that. So let's just keep it in there in anyway, just because I'll probably forget to fill it later on. So it's a good idea to keep the sound in there, and then we'll keep getting reminded that it needs to be replaced. So we're going to go FX. Where are we? This is a slow way of doing it. I apologize. FX, there we go. I'm going to paste that in our stereo. Let's drop it down heaps because it's going to blast us every time we hear it. And there's obviously the music track, which is going back into MX. Honestly, it would be so easy to set up automation for this, but I'll do that another time and it'll be quicker then. You can use, so at the moment I'm using Stream Deck to do my live stream, but I'm also I've got Pro Tools on there as well. So you could set it up as just a Pro Tools macro, or you could use Stream Deck itself to set up macros, because really all it is just some key commands. So we're going to copy all this down. It looks like we haven't got lapels at all, so this could be interesting. What do we got here?
Yes. Yeah.
So we're going to go Shift M to mute that again. Let's listen to this one.
No!
Okay, so we got two different bits of audio here. So we're going to go boom. You know what? I think this is going to be all booms, so we might have to label them later, but that's all right. We got another one here saying no. Cool. Keep going.
What the fuck are you doing?
Give me the guitar, Jacob, before I send this to Bianca.
Ugh.
Fuck are you? Who's
Who the
Bianca?
fuck are you? He has a girlfriend.
Some rough audio, guys. This is going to be
Hey.
fun.
Who the fuck's that?
She's my sister.
Get out of here.
She's just talking shit. Don't worry. I'll catch you up with you later.
Dave says it's all good. My fans already know my name.
I should let you drown in that riptide.
Jacob,
How many of them are there? The three of them?
1 second and help
It's
me
your mum, your sister. No, I'm kidding.
Why?
All
Just
good,
having
mate.
a good time.
Okay. I've muted that channel because of the music. Let's just keep it unmuted. It'll be fine. Here we go. Copy that.
Why? He's having a good time.
Because this party is getting out of
You
hand.
can select the audio, right? And we could
Listen.
just click
Do you not see how happy
on
Josh
boom
is?
down here if it's quicker. Oh, okay, great. Let's paste that in. We're going to delete these two music tracks. You can just see it by the waveform that that's not meant to be there. So we're going to go, let's cut that, paste it down here. Same with that one. Cut that, paste it down here. And then we're going to select them both. We're going to make them stereo, even though it's mono. For now, we'll get the audio back off him later. So we're going to put that in our MX channel. Paste that in, and we're going to go back to our audio channels, which is at the top. Oops. So I've just pressed enter too many times, and it's taken me all the way back to the start. So if we go memory location, oh, sorry. There we go. That'll take us back to where we were. Well, back to the start of the film, and we can see where this location here. So this is obviously more music.
Do you think about me?
I wonder if that's background music for the... Let's have a listen to their version.
Fine. If it's gonna make you shut up.
I'm wondering if this is meant to be background music.
Guitar, Jacob, before I do something.
It may be. That might be background music. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in our MX one. We're going to put that in our MX location music, and we'll see how we go. We might talk to them about that. Actually, I think I cut that, but that's all right. So what we need to try and do is always try and copy, so you've always got these channels left over. We're going to hide this and always have it in the project. So if you ever need to go back, we've got the raw files. So we've got the music there. We've got those music tracks there. Because we don't have, the smart thing would be to hide. We're not going to have any ambiences. It doesn't look like they're giving us any of that stuff. We're not getting Foley. Let's just leave 2 stereo effects channels. So we're going to hide all those channels, including some of these. Well, in fact, we're not going to be adding any of these effects in because it's all going to be... Actually, they might have put sound effects in there. So let's leave a couple of channels, because if they've got sound effects from their own libraries or whatever, we might try and keep them in for now and see how we go. Don't need the sweetener. Let's hide all that. Coffee time, back in a sec. Oh, mate, preach. Damn, I've run out of coffee. This is where an assistant would be fantastic. We're not going to have that many production sound effects at any time, so let's get rid of most of those. So now if we look, we can see most of the stuff now. As in, we could probably just do some quick flicking around if we want to now. Let's get rid of the EQ. There we go. We got even more room. How good's that? Okay. So where were we? We've got those music effects. We're just up to this spot.
Are you guys ready to get schizophrenic?
That dude looks awesome. I love those glasses. I wish I could pull off a look like that.
Cocaine! Yeehaw!
This is some random sick voiceover, which we're going to make big and bombastic. Let's chuck that down to DX8. Let's just make that our special voiceover channel. Okay, so there's going to be like tripping out scene. It's a shame we don't have the stereo channels for all this music, which we will get. So we're just going to chuck that. That's going to be a part of our main score. That won't be... I lie.
Trust me, bro.
Yep, sorry, my mistake. We're going to throw that up. So you can just copy, paste it straight up. So P and, what is this, semicolon? I don't know. Up and down. Easy does it, copy and paste. Pretty simple. So again, macros would be super easy. So we'll mute. Let's just mute this track. So I'm doing, that was just Command M, mute and unmute.
Oh, man. Trust me, bro.
This audio is very quiet.
Don't trust anyone.
Let's just give that a boost.
Oh, shit. This is why I fucking love you, bro. Fucking, you actually care, man. Look at me. You actually care, man. I fucking love you, man. And you know what? You know I don't fuck around, man. You know I mean what I say. I fucking love you.
Actually, that's got a bit of an overlap.
I'll be honest with you
Neaten
right
it
now.
up here so
I
we can go in
gatecrashed
and
your
fix it
party,
later.
bro, just so I can drink some cheap fucking booze, man.
We're all good. We don't need to listen to everything. We want to get through this quick.
Oh, shit. This isn't the bathroom.
Who the fuck is that?
Look, man. I don't know. I don't know who that is, but she is like extra fucking
We need to
very
keep that in there.
ass fucking 11 out of 10 spicy. Fucking
I feel that shit.
Okay, we're going outside.
hit one of these, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And go talk to her, man.
Yeah,
Go talk to her.
I fucking will, man.
Fuck yeah.
Basically, we're on a break until he can learn how to change, which, let's be real,
Just
though.
copy those over. Just remember, if you're copying two channels, you need to select two channels and paste those in.
Me without feeling like,
Yeah, let's keep listening through.
In a Petro.
are you okay? Like,
Of course I'm upset. I just got dumped for some prick with a Brad Pitt. An upward curve, man. That's a commodity.
Pray for me, for goodness sake. Got girls in every.
Joy.
What a bitch.
Okay, so that's a cactus talking there. This is going to be quite fun to play with. So that's a cactus there. Let's make cactus channel 7. Anything weird like that, let's just keep those out. You know what? Let's label these. Let's go. That was our big voice, big VO. We go previous channel. Let's call this weird, because who knows? We might put a bit of effects on it or something. So, oh, I got to copy that. Put it back up the top so we don't lose it.
Joy.
What a bitch.
What the?
Jewel and everything. It's great. So weird sounds like that. They're probably going to be more an effect, but let's just keep it in the laugh. We'll put that in the big sound because that'll fit nicely in the big sound. In fact, let's just assume that guy talking, let's put him in under weird as well because he's not really. It's meant to be psychedelic, I think. What's he saying? I've muted that channel. Sorry, let's listen up here. So basically all I'm doing is shift. I'm not sure if you can see that, but if you go, why isn't it showing the shift? That's annoying. Shift S, Shift M does mutes. So I'm just soloing that channel.
It's synthetic, baby.
Cool. So we got that. We're going to keep that in weird because I think we'll put some sort of weird effects on their voices. This is, we're going to just copy that one. Honestly, using mouse and keyboard like this is probably just slow and tedious and going to give me arthritis, but, you know, what are you going to do? What kind of coffee do you drink, Dave, if you're back?
Room is spinning, I'm no vision, T-I-T-O, hate the jump. I be beefing, talking cheese and so cochino with the hands. I don't.
Cool. So we're going to go copy that. Got a feeling this is his mate's music. I can't remember if he told me that. So we're going to go, let's call that MX. Looks like there's dialogue over some of it.
They always coming from the celly. I'm taking my paradise, you cannot have any.
He said, my poor non-work work internet connection can't keep up with your 1080 stream. That's something I actually should think about. I think it's a high bit rate as well. Can you not reduce it when you're just watching it? Do they not give you multiple options? If they don't, I might have to think about that for all my viewers in Australia, because our NBN here sucks. Our internet is terrible because of our government who doesn't believe in innovation and us doing things like this. So, you know, good on ya, eh? Good on you, ScoMo. I hope you hear this message. Anyway, enough politics.
Ooh, lay it on me, papi.
Beautiful.
Level up.
This is going to be great. All right, so we're going to paste those in weird.
Bonus round.
Glad I didn't take any illicit drugs before I started this.
Fucking remember this, won't ya?
Assume this is all weird. Let's put that in the big voice because we'll make that big and deep. Deep.
18th. It's your 18th. It's your 18th. It's your 18th. It's your 18th. You're dogging us for her again.
Assuming it's meant to do that.
It's your 18th.
Cool.
It's
We're
your
gonna put
18th.
that back in weird.
It's your 18th. You're dogging us for her.
We can still be friends. We can still be friends.
So this is the thing. Editors are really, they never organise their channels that well. Just happens every time. We're going to just have multiples of things. That laugh would be great if we pitched it down.
We can still be friends.
Still be friends. We're gonna have multiple channels of weird here, so let's just add another one for now. Weird.
No, I'm not fucking done.
Dude, you have to see this.
Okay, mate. That's all good. I'll have to think about that. Maybe I can lower it down bit rate and go to 720. The only thing I'm concerned about is just because the screen's quite big. I don't want people to miss stuff if I went to 720p, but I guess it's probably already too small as it is, but we'll keep looking at it. Yeah. All right. Sorry, mate. I'll have to get that sorted for you. I'll look into, multiple streams, see how we go. Smaller streamers didn't have the transcoding options. Yeah, I'll look into it for the next one. But for now, I'm just going to keep going, keep chugging along.
Dude, you have to see this. Dude.
Cool. Let's just assume this is all weird talk.
See, that's the difference between me and you, Jacob. See, that's the difference between me and you, Jacob.
This whole scene is going to be fun. What I'm going to do, let's do a quick sidetrack here. I'm going to just quickly show you some sweet plugin. So if you listen to, let's listen here. So that's clipping. So what we've got, in fact, let's do it with this one. We'll keep the original for, just in case we over-process it. So we're going to listen to, we've got laughing. So that's clipping at the start there. So Isotope have an awesome noise reduction. We're going to go, oh, I've got the old RX there as well. We're going to go declip. Declip does wonders. So let me just check. You can hear this. Yep. You can hear it. Great. So you can watch when you're watching. See, there's the clipping point there. So we just bring that down. Might put that on high quality. We don't want any makeup gain. We'll just leave it as it is. Let's render that. So listen to this. The original. Yeah, you can hear that. Oops, sorry. There's a nice clip there. No more clip. How good's that? I love this plugin.
Here we go.
More weird. Sorry, Pro Tools. Sometimes it does a weird halftime play. It's strange.
I'm sorry. 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 I'm sorry.
I wonder if that's in time with music. We'll copy that. You can hear that there's a weird, they haven't duplicated it properly here. There's a cut.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know if they've done it on purpose. It looks like they've done it with the music, so maybe we'll keep it like that for now and we'll check that out because maybe we can fix that loop. But for now, let's just leave it as is. Dave's saying, is it a balance, I guess, between quality and accessibility, i.e. catering for your audience? I assume most people these days would have good enough internet. Yeah, let's hope. I guess let's just see if more people can play. And the other thing is I'm recording it as well, which I should be able to set up separate record because I want to be able to chuck this stuff onto YouTube and things as well. So it's all good. Not a problem. Look, to be honest, I'll leave it for now and we'll see how we go if other people complain, which they might because, let's be honest, a lot of my audience is probably going to be in Australia because of the time. So, oh, great. You give me information. Nice. Yeah, okay. So once I get some, decent stream audience. Yeah, okay. All good. Let's leave it for now. We'll see how we go, Dave? If that's all right. Feel free if you really want to, if you're interested, you can go back. I'll be posting this on YouTube so you'll be able to watch it there. So listening to this, what have we got here?
Game over.
Big voice down the bottom here. Cool. Let's see where we're at. Let's zoom out. Oh, we're almost halfway through. Woo! I think it helps. Normally, so if I'm doing a feature, let's have a little chat. If I'm doing a feature film, normally you will have up to 2 booms, and then you'll have most actors or key actors will have lapels. So you might have 8 channels of audio and you're going to listen to, mostly you can see waveforms, but you're going to listen to the boom and at least a couple of the mics to work out whose channels what, and you'll paste accordingly. But it is, actually, I've got to do one thing. Here we go. Wait, hide. No, it's not going to work. Okay. Let's go like this. Pro Tools. There we go. So where was I at? So you'll have lots of channels of audio. So this process might take heaps longer because you're going to be going through and listening to each individual mic and finding out which bits goes where, and you've got to copy and paste all that. So it is nice to have macros to be able to do it a bit quicker, because, you know, with your macro, you can set it so that it'll copy that audio, paste it in the right channel, and then send your window back to the top so you can go through and solo other bits and pieces. I think the process isn't too slow in this situation because most of it's all just one boom. We're going to have to spend a lot more time doing cleanup rather than getting our tracks organised. So all good. I'll stay lurking, says Bfoot. Thanks, mate. I appreciate the company, to be honest. Feels a bit weird if I'm just talking to myself. All right, let's keep chugging along, eh? Got some quiet audio. Sounds like they've just copied room sound, which we're going to put some ambiences all throughout, so we'll keep the footsteps. Pretty sure this is his young-looking parents.
What the fuck have you done to me house?
Some very, very loud audio.
Man, we have to talk about it. Relax, man. That's my shit.
Why do you always have to push it?
That's some. We might have to fill some of that with ADR. With Foley. That's noisy and messy. I wonder whether he had a lapel or something there, but that's gross. Is that a little picture of you, Dave? Little gift there. I like it.
Just a couple of.
It is probably a good idea to listen through more files than one at a time. It's probably a bit slow to do it that way.
How many favourite pool cues are missing?
You're letting your
Keep
dickhead
hydrated.
husband kick me out over a couple of sticks and his drinking problem. Real smooth, man.
They were his property. It's the principal, Josh.
Look, if it's any consolation, it wasn't even me, all right? It was all the underage whores.
Take your
All right, let's copy in that. Damn. Let's. Oh. I've got tab to transient on. I don't know if you know that. Tab to transient's up here, and basically if you press tab, it'll go to the next transient in the waveform. But when you turn it off, it goes between clips. So if you're at the start of a clip here, you can just press shift tab and it will select it. So we want to cut that. We're going to paste that in here. We're going to just shift tab a couple more times. Too many times, but doesn't matter. We're going to paste that in there. Bam. Cool. We're going to keep chugging along.
Take your shit and get out. You're not welcome here anymore.
Can't tell what that is.
Take your shit and get out. You're not welcome here anymore.
Really?
Oi, Dave, what was that game back in the day we used to play, that futuristic gridiron game? Did you know that you can play that on iOS? We used to play that for hours. I freaking loved that game. You're going to remember what it is.
Take your shit and get out. You're not welcome here anymore.
Really? Really? That's how this is going to go down.
You shut the bed, mate. Not us, okay?
Cool, we're assuming this is all chatting, all good.
Go inside. Go inside. Go inside.
You know it's my birthday, right?
So, that gives you the right to trash our house.
Some nice boom pole tapping in there as well.
That's not the point. I trusted you and I really thought you were better than this.
Fuck me for wanting to have some fun.
Well, I hope it was worth it.
I did
Speedball, yes, Speedball. I freaking love that game. Do yourself a favor. If you can get Speedball on iOS, go check it out. It's freaking unbelievable. I used to play it on. I was playing it on the iPad and stuff, mate. Oh, it's so good. Anyway. Oh, nice slap sound effect. Love that. Let's chuck that into our effects channel. What have we got? Effects 1, maybe? No. Effects 1M. Why is that not coming up? Let's copy it. Let's smash it down. M1. Gotcha. Don't even remember my own
Learn some
track
respect.
naming.
What's the matter with you? Wait,
What?
have you seen Jai anywhere? I can't find him at all, and it's fucking cooking me, man. Dead set.
It is getting toasty in here. I'm going to turn the aircon on. Oh, bit of a sweaty brow. Yeah, Amiga, it was so good. What's different about that and the iPad one? Honestly, I was so young when we used to play that, so I don't actually remember the differences. But the iPad one I thought was sweet. They need to make a modern version of that. I reckon that'd be awesome. Anyways, all right, let's keep chugging along.
What the fuck is the matter with you?
I'm not the one passed out in.
Is that Pedro?
No.
Oh yeah.
No. I remember that.
So it looks like there's some audio here, but there might not be anything in there. That's not good. But it seems, so if you can see up here, I'm not sure if you can see it on your small screen. Oh, sorry. Got to go back to that view. Great. So you can tell I'm new to this streaming because I'm not concentrating on everything I need to be. Okay, so there's definitely audio for this, for the phone, but it doesn't look like we have it. So what I'm going to do is just make a note, get phone audio. So this is just a marker. At the moment, we've got no other markers, so we'll just easily find some stuff. I'll make notes of that and the fact that we need the stereo versions of all the tracks. So let's keep chugging along. So we're going to need this. You know what? This has been on Twitch is pretty straightforward because I talk to myself while I do this anyway, so might as well put a mic in front of my face. No, it's not true. I don't. I sit here in silence in the dark, all on my own.
Yes, hello, Phil? Philip?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I just want to let you know that you're a fat fuck!
Oh, yeah. Oh.
That's right, that's right.
Okay, we got some dirty audio here. Isotope is amazing, but I don't know that it is going to repair it all. It basically, you start hearing, it's still distorted, but it's not like, it's a bit more rounded, so it's a bit warmer. But let's give it a crack.
Watch this. Yes, hello, Phil? Philip? What's going on, bro? Yeah, I just want to let you know that you're a fat fuck! That's right, that's right. You know what else? You know what else? I keyed your car, you fucking... Cop that door! Watch this.
That's actually not bad.
Yes, hello, Phil?
So what we'll do, I think there's meant to be a hard cut. Yeah, so there's meant to be a hard cut, so let's just process this audio. Let's add some fades.
You know what else? You know what else? You know what else? You know what else? I keyed your car. Cop that door! Cop that door! That's right. You know what else? You know what else? I keyed your car, you fucking... You know what else? You know what?
Put a little fades in and out so we don't get clipping at the start. And let's put one frame fade at the end there. So just pressing G. In fact, it might sound nicer as a hard cut. That's fine. Let's keep it like that. So we're going to select this. We're going to render that. We've got our setting from before. You know what? What we're gonna do is this whole thing. We're just gonna drop it down a bit so that it's got room. There we go.
Cop that dog! Cop that dog!
There's an issue there. So we're gonna select the audio here. We're just gonna check this.
Cop that dog! Cop that dog! Cop that dog! Cop that dog!
Fortunately, that's gonna be still clipping there, but that's all right. We'll just deal with it. It's weird. It's not really clipping. It's just really crunchy. That's all right. Let's move on. Time is money. You've still got the Amiga. That's awesome. Yeah, seriously, try the iPad one because I'm not kidding. It felt exactly the same. And I wonder, actually, I haven't tried it with the controller. It'd be sweet if you'd use like a PS4 controller or something on it. But yeah, give it a crack. And I'm glad you still got your Amiga. We'll just have to organise a reunion and smash some.
Hey man, what the hell are you doing? Hey, shut up!
What the heck?
Hey, shut up!
Oh, okay. It's because that's unmuted. There is a delay there, so...
Hey, shut up! Hey, shut up!
Actually, one thing that might be good, where was that face slap? Let's just check that. So we've got a face slap that he's put in here. Oh, okay, we can't see it.
Oh. Wait. What? Have you seen Jai anywhere? I can't find him at all, and it's fucking cooking me, man. Dead set.
We might have to get them to send us a fresh video with time code. A 2-pop at the start and the end, because it really, like sync-wise, we might be out. But I'm not going to change it at the moment. We'll worry about that later. We can throw it. It's only a frame out at the moment. I think it could be. I think DaVinci, when you do exports, DaVinci does something weird, but that's all good. Copy that down to MX. Just going to mute that because we don't need to listen to it.
Oh, pickles is so good. It doesn't make up for not having a bed, but you honestly cannot beat that nostalgia. Like, Jesus Christ.
We can take you in for a couple of days, and then I'm sure I can talk something else, Mum.
No, don't do that because you'll probably get yourself kicked out as well.
Can you relax? Okay? I know how to charm Mum.
Yeah, like that time you tried to turn the garage into a porn set.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's not fucking true. Okay? She's making up shit. She always does make up shit.
Bullshit.
Shit talking, man. Okay, remember that time you fucking shuttled all over the couch?
I had gastro.
No.
First of all, that's impossible.
No.
Girls don't shit, alright? It's a myth.
I'm sorry?
Girls don't have digestive
I shouldn't
systems.
laugh.
That's
I
why
shouldn't
they can't
laugh.
fart either. Duh.
I will have you know that I can put Jacob to shame.
Talk shit. Anybody with half a brain knows that the female sphincter was designed for one thing and one thing only. Either. Duh.
I will have you know that I can put Jacob.
I'm a bit afraid of what his answer's going to be there.
I think you're talking to, mate.
The sexual deviant next to you. The sexual deviant next to you. The sexual deviant next.
What did you?
Dude, turn the fucking car on.
Huh?
Turn the car on! We need to get out of here! Right now! Right now!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Fucking no, whoa! Fucking, I'll do it, you piece of shit! Give me your keys!
Dude, you're a monster!
Fuck up!
Who the fuck does that? What's wrong with you?
This is why I don't drink tequila!
Not sure that they even had a sound record on set. No, that's a terrible thing to say. but there's some lovely clipping going on in this production. What are we doing? MX. Dave, Beefoot, as someone who doesn't do audio, is there any questions? You got anything you want to know, or you're not really concentrating on what's going on? Oops.
Dude, turn the fucking car on.
Huh? Turn the car on!
Can you use our trusty isotope again?
Stop! Fuck up! Monster! Fuck up!
It's great.
Dude, turn the fucking car on.
Turn the car on! We need to get out of here right now!
Oops, sorry, you got to preview
Turn
it.
the fucking car on.
Turn the car on! We need to get out of here right now! Right now! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Fucking no, whoa! I'll do it, you piece of shit! Give me your keys! Dude, you're a monster! Fuck up!
Who the fuck does that? What's wrong with you?
This is why I don't drink tequila!
In fact, let's just give it a couple of dB down. You know what? I'm going to keep this open because we are definitely going to need it again. Give me a second. Okay.
Dude, turn the fucking car on.
Turn the car on! We need to get out of here right
Oh, sorry, mate. It says buffering, so it's not getting everything. That's all good. I'll keep pretending like there's a bazillion other people interested in what I'm doing, and I'll just move on. I was just asking whether you had any questions as a sort of non-audio guy.
You better bash the shit out of that dog.
Oh, he's done.
Fucking hell, man. I can't believe you fucking did this, man.
Who the hell? You better bash.
Get rid of both these. Mute them because we don't need them at the moment. Don't need to listen.
You better bash the shit out of that dog.
Oh, he's done.
Fucking hell, man. I can't believe you fucking did this, man.
Who the hell?
I don't need to fucking remember it, alright?
I don't care!
All right. We can yell at the Mexican later, okay? Right now we have bigger things to worry about. So just fucking relax, okay? Everyone just fucking relax.
Julian, half Uruguayan. How is that so fucking
What
hard
the
to
fuck are you
remember?
talking about? You are wherever the fuck I say you are, and I say...
You better bash the shit out of that dog.
Oh, he's done.
So I'm doing crossfades here, so you can just crossfade on all of them. So you've got crossfades coming in there.
I don't need to
And
fucking
I can adjust those crossfades depending on each transition.
Right. We can yell.
Half Chilean,
Relax.
half Chilean,
A little breathy thing going on there.
Relax.
half Chilean, half Chilean, half Uruguayan. How is that so fucking hard?
What the fuck are you talking?
So I'm going to preview this
You
just
better
so we
bash
can
the
get
shit
an
out of that
idea.
dog.
Oh, he's done.
Hell!
From there.
Hell! Throw someone!
I don't need to fucking remember it, alright?
I don't care!
All right. We can yell at the Mexican later, okay? Right now we have bigger things to worry about. So just fucking relax, okay? Everyone just fucking relax.
half Chilean, half Uruguayan. How is that so fucking hard?
What the
to
fuck are you
remember? Half Chilean, half Chilean, half Uruguayan. How is that so fuck?
Okay, so we're going to copy that. We'll render that. And then we can always get the audio back later.
You are wherever the fuck I say you are.
We got more. Here we go. Lots of yelling, lots of clipping. Let's add fades there. Let's just double check our join here.
You are wherever the fuck I say. You are wherever the fuck I say you are, and I say. You are wherever the fuck I. You are wherever the fuck I say you are. You are wherever the fuck I say you are, and I say you're a little Mexican cunt. You are wherever the fuck I say you.
Sorry about the language there. Wish I had my own automatic beeper, but I don't. Paste that in there, and we're going to render most of it.
Fucking dead.
Dude, they're catching up to us. We have to do something. Dude, they're catching up.
You know what? We're going to process that separately because that is different car.
Dude, they're catching.
Dead.
Dude, they're catching up to us. We have to do something.
Okay,
We have to do something.
We have to go to the compound.
Compound?
Yes.
Dude, they're catching up to us. We have to do something.
Okay.
Just doing a bit of clip game there, but let's process all this together. I'm very interested in the whole process. I only just started looking into audio stuff recently with Premiere Pro when I was trying to improve a VHS conversion I did for someone. Oh yeah, sweet. Yeah, there's some great plugins in Premiere Pro for doing like noise reduction and all that kind of stuff, like background noise. You could do a lot of great audio processing in that. So obviously I'll go more into depth about audio cleaning up. The concepts and it's the same whether you're using Isotope or whether you're using Premiere Pro to clean up the audio. Like obviously something like VHS is probably like hiss. There might be some sort of hum throughout it. You never know. So I can show you how to clean that sort of stuff up later. That may be in a different video, but we'll see how we go. Cool. Let's keep chugging along. Let's clean up this guy's.
You fucking dead. You fucking dead.
Is he pumping the gas?
You fucking dead.
While we're here, let's show you another trick.
You fucking dead.
There's some chugging along. It sounds like, I don't know, is that a
fucking dead.
Fake car, possibly?
Fucking dead. Fucking dead.
He's obviously got the window open. It's reverberating around. You can hear the delay in there. All right, so what we're going to do is we've got Isotope, and we're going to go connect. So we're going to keep, what we'll do is you hold down Shift, and we can go declip. Now we'll have both open. Let's just keep them out of the way. That's not really out of the way, is it? That's all right. I'm trying to keep everything on the one screen so you can see it. So we're going to just put back to about where the settings were before. Let's go there. So what we do is we select the clip here. So this is cleaning up those bumpy sounds. So you can see how I've soloed the DX channel. And as I said before, we've solo safed the RX monitor. So this plays back through RX monitor. So when we play it,
you fucking dead.
There you go. So that's
dead.
Still
dead.
Clips a little bit, but that's all right. So we've got these dumb bumping sounds. There's multiple ways we can fix them. There's either replace, or we could let's try both. So there's replace and there's attenuate. So let's replace one. So we can get this dude out of the way. You can see there's that crickets. You can see that's crickets there. So replace is just
fucking
cutting them out, but it could be worth doing that a little bit.
Dead.
Anyway. So we can go.
You fucking dead. You fucking dead.
So what we can do is replace. That'll just see it does a weird kind of is replacing the noise. It's not great. Obviously, the best way to do this is to just not have them in at all. So you could just fade in, fade out here. The only thing is there is that reverb, so you don't want to fade out too quick.
You fucking dead. You fucking dead.
So there's a bit of noise as well. So what we'll do, let's just start from scratch. Let's send this one back. So we've got rid of the other crap in between. No, we don't want to save the last one. That's fine. So we can go, let's bump that out of the way. We can replace this
You're fucking dead.
No, we don't want to do that. Go there. Go there.
You're fucking dead. You're fucking dead.
So we can attenuate. So attenuate's great. You can select how much in the, get rid of all these extra modules. So in the heck, where are we? Spectral repair, that's the one. So in here we've got attenuate, replace. Basically you can say the strength for these. So strength would be just obviously how much it gets rid of the brightest orangey bit. So you can see those little bumps there. So that's a bump, a kick there. That's a kick here.
You're fucking dead. You're fucking dead.
You can still can't hear it, so we can.
You're fucking dead.
Just got to be careful because you don't want to destroy the original dialogue we got
You're
there. You want to get rid of this as well.
You're fucking dead. You're fucking dead.
Doesn't have to be perfect. You obviously just want it to be a bit better than it was
Dead.
before.
You're fucking dead.
The other thing we can do is you could just use dialogue isolate. So we select that as 0 and you could even just make it like -2 and that will get rid of some of the background noise. There's multiple ways you can do this. Okay, that's not getting rid of much. Go a bit more. The other thing is we can always select. So if I press I, that will get rid of this instant process. That makes it so when you select something like that, it would do the process. What we want to do is voice denoise. We learn what the noise is, which it's not much noise to listen to, but we can set. So if we preview it, let's set that back to 0.
You're fucking dead.
You might want to take. You might want to have to do it. You don't want to overdo your noise reduction, especially this early.
You're
but I just
fucking
thought
dead.
I'd take a moment to show you this, so you can see. I won't let us.
You're fucking dead.
It's fine to have a bit of noise. We'll have other stuff in there later. We can fix it later. So let's just render that. In fact, no. See, this is why I don't do any of this stuff now. I normally do a second pass because at this point I would put in a new playlist, but we don't do a new playlist yet because we haven't put all our audio in there. What I'm going to do though is because we have the audio up here, we're just going to render this anyway because it's fine.
You're fucking dead.
Oh, wait a minute. That didn't render. Send it back. We've got to send it back to Pro Tools. Now it's there. You can see the files there. Render.
You're fucking dead. You're fucking dead.
There you go. Better. Cool.
What now? You're the one who fucked up, okay?
Piece of
You
shit.
fuck off.
Another bit of ADR there. In our ADR channel. Oops.
What's the matter, Joshy? I thought you were tough.
Copy. We're going to paste that in ADR. This is just some production effects. So we're going to chuck that in our production effects channel. Then we've got our 2 channels. So we can do this. If you select both there, we copy them. We can go boom 1, boom 2, paste. And it will put in those 2 channels. That's a quick way of pasting it there. Obviously this audio is quiet. We're going to give it a boost in the clip gain up here so we can hear it, see what's going on.
What's the matter, Joshy? I thought you were tough.
Ruby, I'm so sorry. What I did was wrong. We all know that, but I don't even remember it.
You fucking remember this, won't ya?
You'll fucking remember this.
That's weird.
I thought you were tough.
Ruby, look, I'm sorry, all right? What I did was wrong. We all know that, but I don't even remember.
So it seems like they've got 2
What's
booms.
the matter, Joshy? I thought you were tough.
Ruby, I'm so sorry. What I did was wrong.
So now we don't need that audio there, but we're going to get that back. So see, they've given us handles, which we asked for, which is great. So we can now bring that boom audio back, which is nice and clear. There.
Ruby,
That's
look,
a nice
I'm
little
sorry,
handy tip.
alright? What I did was wrong.
So make sure when you get them to send you an AAF that you get, well, you can get them to send the whole files, but it makes your AAF even bigger. It's best to go even like 200 to 400 frames, which is, what is that? 5 seconds, 4 seconds to 8 seconds or something. So it's really up to you, but it's nice to have a fair amount of audio there just in case. So we're going to keep going along. Ooh, we got a nice little car effect. So that's what I mean, like where they've chucked in their own sound effects. So let's just whack that into our effects mono, but, you know, we'll probably replace that. But, you know, who knows? If we don't have time, we'll just keep it in there. Okay, more production effect. Yep, production effects. Is he getting an idea?
You'll fucking remember this, won't ya?
Oh, yeah, there you go. So, big deep voice. Got a ding sound effect. We'll keep that. Ding. And then we'll go beep, beep. And then we'll have production effects. There we go. This will obviously be music. All right. And we want to put that into our MX channel right there. It's exciting stuff, isn't it, guys? Really, like, riveting content to watch.
Oh!
You're next.
Stumpy.
So you're next.
You're next.
That can go in our big voice. Got just this dude goes into our normal boom audio.
Mitchell, you know I hate when you call me that.
Ooh,
Why I said it. Who's the Hobbit?
some pretty rough audio. Let's boost that up a little bit.
Ain't that like the same thing?
No, James. Mexicans and Hobbits are not the same thing.
Ain't that like the same thing?
No, James. Mexicans and Hobbits are not the same thing. I mean, for starters, there are too many wars in Middle Earth for those.
There's definitely some sync issues going on here. I'm not sure you'll be able to, well, you'll be probably able to tell, but I don't know. I'm hoping the sync's pretty spot on with the stream, but yeah, it's definitely off. But
He's just Mexican.
let's put in a marker. Fix sync. In fact, we could probably even just do it now. What have we got?
Ain't that like the same thing?
No, James. Mexicans and Hobbits are not the same thing. There's too many wars in Middle Earth for those border hoppers to survive.
Mitchie.
Starters, there are too many wars in Middle Earth for those border hoppers to survive. There's too many wars in Middle Earth for those border hoppers to survive. There's too many wars in Middle
Never thought I was good at picking sync.
Starters, there are too many wars in Middle Earth for those border.
I've got a video mate who just
Starters,
picks it by the frame, just knows.
Mitchie.
Starters, there are too many wars in Middle Earth.
I wonder if there's something.
Fuck, is there a half-dead bogan and a giant...
Is this all one shot? Yes, it is.
Mitch, I called dibs first, remember?
Oh, fight me.
It wouldn't be much of a fight, would it?
You haven't changed one bit.
Alright, well, while I do like to admit this little reunion is getting my dick nice and hard, I just have one little question. Why in the fuck is there a half-dead bogan and a giant dildo on my driveway?
Yeah. You guys are watching this from YouTube. This is my Twitch live stream, and unfortunately, the last 10 minutes or so, the software decided it didn't want to be playing properly and it was dropping frames. So I obviously missed out on the last little bit of the stream. But I just wanted to tell you that all I was doing was just finishing moving all the tracks into the right projects, and it's all done now. So I was pretty much at the end of the project anyway. So the next phase will be to do dialogue editing and cleaning up, which may happen this afternoon. I might stream that, or it might be in the morning. But anyway, thanks Dave and thanks Bfoot for joining me in the chat today. It was so good to hang out with you guys and just catch up. And yeah, I look forward to having more of you come. So if you're a Twitch user, definitely go to twitch.tv/noisypost. Or if you're not a Twitch user, definitely get it because I'd love to chat with you guys. You'll get notifications when I'm on. But yeah, thanks so much for coming to check it out. And I look forward to more in the future. Catch ya.